Oh YouTube, you silly goose. Did you really think removing the ability to see how many dislikes a video has on your platform will truly work in the way you want it to? Oh, how naive you are. Now, after watching this video uploaded on YouTube Creators, update to YouTube's dislike count, the reasoning behind removing the public ability to be able to see the ratio of like to dislikes on any video seems to be that they want to protect the small creators who are being targeted by groups of users for seemingly no reason other than personal prejudice or a general hatred for what that person may stand for. Now, even if that was happening on a wide enough scale for them to take it this seriously and to remove everyone's ability to see the amount of dislikes on a video, I still don't agree with it. Now, they did announce they were going to be taking away the public dislike count, as they put it here, a couple months ago. According to this after analysis conducted in July of this year, being 2021, they saw a reduction in the amount of, quote, dislike attacks against smaller creators. Now, I think this just goes without saying, it's a bunch of crap, right? This is just a bunch of crap. If you're with me on that, I'm going to show you how you can bring back the dislike count with a few little drawbacks which I will cover. Big credits to Mental Outlaw for making a video about it, and that's how I personally found out about this project. So if you want to watch him or his video, there's a link in the description and also a link to his channel page on my channel page. So if we open a new tab here and go up to the extensions here, you can see I have an extension called Return YouTube Dislike by Dmitry Selivanov. I butchered the name, but anyway. Now we can navigate to the website through here. If we click on it, as it says here, it's a browser extension and an API that shows you dislikes on YouTube. So the thing is, with YouTube taking away the public disclosure of the amount of dislikes on a video, they've left the API in, and they've said the API will remain there until the 13th of December. So as of recording this, it is currently the 4th of December, so we have 9 days until they remove the API. So that gives this extension 9 days to collect as much data as possible, collecting all the total amount of dislikes on a video that anybody sees with this extension installed, and they're going to put all of that into a database. It goes into more details here if we go to the frequently asked questions. So we've got the first frequently asked question on the top here. Where does the extension get its data? Combination of Google API data and scraped data. So here it goes into detail about how they are saving all available data that the extension will collect from its users before Google totally removes the dislike counts from their API. Now, it's important to mention that this isn't 100% accurate, and there's no way for it to be 100% accurate, and it's only going to get less accurate as time goes on, especially after Google removes the API completely. So that may be why your dislike count isn't being updated very frequently. It actually says here it's currently set to update once every 2 to 3 days. But I'm imagining the more viewed a video is, and for example the video we were just watching at the beginning, now I imagine that the more viewed a video is, the more people who have this extension installed watching a video, the more accurate the results are going to be. But like I said previously, it's only going to get less and less accurate due to all the data collection they're going to be collecting. It's just going to get older and older and older as videos get more and more views and more people see them. So how does this work? Well, according to them, the extension just collects the video ID of the video you're watching, fetches the dislike, views and likes using their custom API. Now according to this, if the video you're watching is the first video that this extension is collecting the data from, it's going to store that data into a database, cache it for 2 to 3 days, and archive the data. So when YouTube do remove the API, they still have that data for anybody else who watches the video afterwards. Now the big question is, what will happen after the YouTube API stops returning the dislike count? Like I said, they're removing that on the 13th of December, so we only have 9 days from now until it's going to be impossible to collect the dislike count using that method. Well, according to this, the backend will switch to using a combination of archived dislike stats, estimates extrapolated from extension user data, and estimates based on view/like ratios for videos whose dislikes weren't archived, as well as outdated dislike count archives. So they're basically going to be guesstimating the dislikes based on the amount of views and the likes. So I'm assuming they're going to get a bunch of YouTube videos that they do know the dislike count of, mix them all together using some machine learning wonderfulness, and try and figure out what the likely dislike to like ratio will be. So it's very unfortunate something like this is around and has to be around now. I think YouTube have really gone in the wrong direction, but if you care enough to be keeping up about YouTube and the direction they're going in, you've probably seen this coming. I definitely have been seeing something like this coming. I weren't expecting them to remove the public dislike button, but I were expecting them to do something which would land them in the boiling pan of water. So we can navigate over to the install tab here, and the extension is, it says here it's in alpha. Mine's been pretty nice so far. I've had this installed for about a week and it's worked on most videos. I have encountered a couple which have just had null, but they've typically been on videos that have less than 1,000 views. Now it says here this extension is indeed available for Firefox and all Chromium browsers. So that's like it says here, it's your Brave, your Opera, Edge, Chrome and Firefox. And if your browser is not supported, you can try this user script, but it's there if you need it. And also there's this third-party implementations bit, not too sure where that goes, but there is a donate link here if you're interested into the project and you really agree with what they're doing. And they also have a link to their GitHub, so you can actually navigate over to their GitHub, and we can see here it's got 4,500 stars and already 147 forks. And you can see it is quite active. All these different I mean, the oldest one is 20 days, so this is a pretty active repository. It's a very simple extension, and I think everybody should install this. This video is mainly just to give you a quick rundown of what it does, what it entails, and why you should download it and spread the word. To be honest, I will be slightly surprised if YouTube doesn't do anything about this. It seems like the backlash of this is quite significant. And pretty much every single YouTube creator I've watched on this subject has been quite negative about it. I mean, even the bloke who's doing even this bloke, I don't know who he is, but even he seems like he's biting his tongue talking about it, and he's uploaded the video to the official YouTube creators account. So I can't imagine this is too popular with most people. And to be honest, if we get our tinfoil hats out for a minute, I do think this is more of a political move than it is a move to benefit the creators on YouTube. For example, when they announced this, I noticed immediately on my main channel account that I couldn't see any more dislikes. So curiously, I logged into my old Gmail account that I have for YouTube, and I could still see dislikes. So as kind of a final goodbye, I went onto some big videos to just see how many dislikes they had, and I found my way over to the White House YouTube channel, and yeah, let's just say it's very one-sided over there. But hey, that's tinfoil hat speak. It's all speculation right now, and they haven't, other than this reason that they give to protect smaller content creators, they haven't given a solid reason. I'm not counting that as a solid reason. That's just something to spurt out so they don't get moaned at too much. But like I say, this is a bad move, YouTube. Bad move. I mean, I thought it was bad enough when you got rid of the 5-star rating system. I can just about remember that in my Zoomer self. But I do remember them having a 5-star rating system and the ability to customize your channel page. You could change the background on your channel page. Just go on the YouTube creators account, you could change the wallpaper, you could change the banner, you could change everything. It was more like Reddit then. Anyway, I'm waffling a bit. Download this extension on your browser. Return YouTube dislikes. Download it.